The deleted characters of Peppa Pig are coming back. One by one, quietly, without announcement, without explanation, in the background of episodes nobody expected them to appear in, and we found them. These are characters the show erased. Characters who disappeared without farewell episodes, or explanations, or even a passing reference. Here, one episode, gone the next. Assumed to be production errors or background filler that got quietly removed. Except they are not gone. They have been waiting, and lately, they keep showing up again in places they absolutely should not be. We went through every episode with the frame-by-frame attention the show's continuity department apparently decided was not worth their time. Here is what we found. The mystery man who trained for years. Start with the most infamous deleted character in the entire show. You may know the story. During the production of the Paris episode, the animation team built a background character for crowd scenes. He was a large animal, species debatable depending on who you ask, with a design so unusual, so visually out of step with everything else in Peppa Town, that someone in the studio made the call before the episode aired. He never made it to the screen, deleted before his own debut. Except the carnival episode did not get the memo.
Whoa. Here I come.
Oh, there he is, standing in the carnival crowd, looking completely at home. Looking specifically like a character who had never been told he was not supposed to be there. The internet response was immediate and unresolved. Nobody knew who had authorized his return. Nobody knew why his design had been considered too strange for the Paris episode, but apparently acceptable for a domestic carnival. He disappeared again, apparently removed a second time, and the mystery sat unresolved for years. Then the London Marathon episode aired, and there he was at the starting line. Then again at the finish line with a medal. To summarize, this character was deleted before his first appearance, snuck back into the carnival, vanished again, and then used his years of unexplained absence to train for and complete a full marathon. At this point, the only logical reading is that he was never deleted. He was on a training program. The show just was not ready to tell us that story yet. Senor Stag, the international stalker. Senor Stag appeared in Series 4 in the Italian holiday episode. He ran the car rental agency that Daddy Pig was attempting to navigate with zero Italian language capability. Daddy Pig, who considers himself an expert communicator,
Non capisco.
Let me handle this. I'm an expert at talking.
asked for eggs and flowers before abandoning the effort entirely. It was 2-year-old George pointing at a car and saying,
Ah, auto! Hey, brum, brum, beep, beep.
who actually solved the problem. Senor Stag lit up immediately, handed over the keys, and the episode moved on. He was gone for 6 years. He returned in Series 5 in the Long Train Journey episode, the one where Daddy Pig takes the family hundreds of miles to inspect concrete in what appears to be an unnamed Slavic country. When they arrive, a crowd is assembled. Standing in that crowd, enthusiastically watching a pig analyze concrete like it is a cultural event worth traveling for, is Senor Stag, the Italian car rental attendant, in a completely different country, cheering. Then in 2026, he appeared at the start line of the London Marathon, positioned directly next to Daddy Pig. Italy, unnamed Eastern European country, London. 3 appearances across more than a decade, never speaking, never explained, always in the vicinity of Daddy Pig. At what point does this stop being coincidence and start being a pattern? Senor Stag is not a deleted character who keeps accidentally resurfacing. Senor Stag is following Daddy Pig. The show has just never explained why. Carol Cow, the wedding that she missed. Carol Cow's story is the one the Peppa Pig fan community still has not recovered from, because her deletion was not quiet and her return was not subtle. She first appeared in Mr. Potato's Christmas show, already seated in the theater with a completely different set of children, while Peppa's playgroup was still arriving by bus. She existed. She was clearly part of Peppa Town, but she was not in Madame Gazelle's class, which made her status ambiguous from the beginning. After that, she became a background presence. Spotted in the London episode, seen in the shopping center, glimpsed in passing scenes across multiple series. And then Mrs. Cow's wedding aired, 3 parts. Carol Cow's own mother marrying Mr. Bull, the single most important family event in Carol Cow's entire life. Carol was not there. No mention, no explanation, not a single frame. The fan community's response was approximately what you would expect when a character misses her own mother's wedding in a children's show with no stated reason. Then in 2025, in the biggest painting in the world episode, the camera panned to the upper floor of the shopping center. Standing there, watching Peppa and her friends paint a mural below, was Carol Cow, with her mother, watching, not speaking, not descending, not acknowledging that she had been absent for her own mother's wedding, just present. The show said nothing about any of this. It simply put her back in the frame and moved on, which is either a continuity error of extraordinary proportions or a deliberate choice that the production team felt required no explanation. We do not know which. What we know is that Carol Cow missed her mother's wedding, disappeared entirely, and then reappeared in a shopping center watching a painting get made without a single word of context. Goldie the fish, the media mogul. Goldie is Peppa's goldfish. She has been in the show since season 1. Peppa called her from Italy to check she was okay. Grandpa Pig nearly killed her with overfeeding. She made friends with Miss Rabbit's fish Ginger in the aquarium episode. Goldie was a Peppa Town institution. Then she slowly disappeared. No dramatic exit. No goodbye episode. Just fewer and fewer appearances until she was effectively gone from the show's active character roster. Until Daddy Pig's marathon episode, where she appeared on the family's television screen, not in her fishbowl, on the television, as what appeared to be some kind of on-screen presence, a fish face on a broadcasting device. So, Goldie the goldfish has apparently, during her years of reduced visibility, transitioned from household pet to television personality. This is either a background detail that means nothing and was placed there by an animator who thought it was funny, or it is the show casually revealing that Peppa's fish has had an entirely separate career arc happening off-screen that nobody ever told us about. Either explanation is genuinely interesting. The second one is considerably more interesting. Barry Sheep, the decade-long background. Barry Sheep, named by fans, never named by the show, appeared once more than 10 years ago. He was in the background of the London episode, walking through a train station with what appeared to be his family, pushing a trolley of luggage. One appearance, gone completely. For over a decade, he existed only in the memory of extremely dedicated fans and in the specific frame of a background scene that most viewers never paused on. Then the episode Sibling School aired, a class for children whose families are expecting new babies. Barry Sheep walked in and sat down next to Peppa and George like he had been there the entire time. The timing of his return is the part that makes this more than a continuity note. The Sheep family storyline has been developing with increasing complexity in recent episodes. Susie's absent father, the presence of Granny Sheep, the questions around the family structure that the show has been slowly building toward. Susie Sheep has never been shown to have a brother. Daddy Sheep has never appeared. And now here is a male sheep of the same age as Susie, resurfacing in an episode specifically about expanding families. Is Barry Susie's brother, who left with Daddy Sheep? Is he a cousin connected to the extended sheep family that lives somewhere the show has not yet depicted? We do not know. What we know is that the timing of a male sheep returning to the show at the exact moment the sheep family storyline is heating up does not feel like an accident. Mr. Gazelle, the painting in the museum. Mr. Gazelle is the name fans gave to the portrait on the wall in the Madame Gazelle's house episode. A serious-faced gazelle in a smart suit and top hat, photographed in what appeared to be a significantly earlier era than the present-day show. He was logged as a possible deleted character, or perhaps simply a piece of background decoration, and largely forgotten. Then the Science Museum episode aired, and in the background, in a painting among the museum exhibits, fans paused on a military portrait from what appeared to be several centuries ago. A gazelle in an ancient uniform. The same face, the same expression, the same mustache. No visible aging between the centuries-old military portrait and the apparently more recent photograph hanging in Madame Gazelle's house. Now, the evidence for Madame Gazelle being a vampire is already substantial and has been covered extensively. The missing reflection, the bats, the very deliberate avoidance of garlic in every cooking episode she appears in. The show has been seeding these details for years without ever confirming them directly. Mr. Gazelle's appearance in a museum painting from hundreds of years ago adds a new dimension to the theory. It is not just Madame Gazelle who might be significantly older than anyone has acknowledged. The portrait she keeps in her house, the one that appears to be from a recent era, matches a military figure from centuries earlier, which means either the show made a remarkable continuity error across 2 separate episodes years apart, or Mr. Gazelle is also considerably older than anyone in Peppa Town has ever mentioned, and the deleted character who everyone assumed was simply a dead relative in a photograph has been alive this whole time, just waiting, like all the others, for the right episode to surface in. These characters were never really deleted, they were backstage, and lately, the curtain keeps going back up. Which return surprised you the most? Drop it in the comments. And if you want more deleted characters, hidden theories, and the specific kind of Peppa Pig content that makes you question everything you thought you knew about a children's cartoon, our other videos are right there. The show has been hiding a lot. We have been finding it.